Thanks for being there. Today on the show, we conclude the series targeted at helping us arrive at our desired destination, accomplished and satisfied, especially when the year ends.
We hope we achieve that, John.
Yes.
So, this morning it's all about execution and implementation, while our two carefully selected guests, Dr. Ayo Adeyemi and Juliet Okene, will take us through how to SWOT and SMART objectives. Pharaoh Shonuga on the lifestyle segment will tell us how to conquer procrastination, that devil's weapon.
Yes.
And her guest is Yomi Ogundoye and Otuake Uyeri.
Yeah.
So we have 4 guests on today's show.
Do we have 4 guests?
4 altogether.
Yeah. Sorry, my math is usually
At this
not very
end and at Pharaoh's end.
Okay. Well, what I know is that it's going to be a jam-packed show, and that's deliberate, just to ensure that our objectives are met.
True.
Okay.
And so we switch on quickly to the matter at hand, which is implementation and execution of knowledge and information to achieve purpose. We've done so much in the past 3 weeks this month. And our first guest today is Dr. Ayo Adeyemi. He's an international trainer and speaker, a trained consummate professional, strategist and consultant of over 2 decades in business processing, marketing, and human resource management. Dr. Adeyemi is a member of the Governing Council of the Federal Polytechnic of Kwara State. He's a fellow, an active member of so many professional bodies that I couldn't even start mentioning them, as I was going through his CV here. So he is managing partner at the moment, Lorache. Okay, that sounds like a French word. Consulting Limited. He's an author, he's a researcher, he's a publisher, he's a public and motivational speaker. Wow. Dr. Ayo Adeyemi, aren't we so happy that you could make it to the show this morning?
Yeah, my
How
pleasure.
are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning.
May I also add that Dr. Adeyemi is a proud Rotarian.
I
yeah.
know.
You can't take that off.
Okay. This Rotary thing, you people should plan to have a segment on this show and pay for it.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah?
Yes.
Good.
We will.
So, Helen,
Yes.
could you launch us into this?
All right. So we shoot with our questions.
All right.
We're looking at execution and implementation of all that we have learned, the month of January, to be successful and to be satisfied, to be fulfilled at the end of the year. So in the past few weeks, we've been setting the table for goal setting, especially for this new year, 2022, in your own perspective. And as a HR specialist, please tell us why and how we need to set personal goals for ourselves, just as a reminder for those who probably haven't caught on,
Yes.
in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you once again for having me. Basically, personal goals, as you called it, and the importance to individuals essentially is to help you, all right, get yourself ready for the task ahead. As individuals, we have what we call our visions. We have what we aim at achieving, probably at certain age, certain points, certain levels in life. Because the only one of the ways through which you can ensure that you are on track is to have a defined objectives, goals, as we call it, is to be able to articulate, okay, this is what exactly I want to be by certain year, but certain age at what point. And again, because we have diverse area of our lives, okay, aspect of our lives, from your education to your marriage or family to business to careers. So when you set personal goals, then you ensure that you are able to track your involvement or development or advancement at different points, given different aspects of your life. Because if you just say, I'm setting a goal, on what? About what? And so many people will say, I know what I want to achieve, I have a goal, but the truth is that until when your goals are captured and are clearly defined, you are going nowhere. Because sometimes we just say you are dreaming. And you can have dreams, which is good, but when your dreams are not captured, So the one important instruction, or that is very instructive for us when you set personal goal, is to ensure that they are written.
Okay. So when hearing captured and defined.
So, yeah, when goals are not written, it's as good as saying you just dreaming or as assumptions. So, but when your goals are written, and then they're defined along different areas. Mark you, if you are a student, what should be your goal?
For balance.
Yeah. If you are a business person, what should be your goal? Now, couples, family, what should be the ultimate goal? As a nation, all right? Many of us say we don't even know what is the vision of Nigeria, as it were. But we know there are different plans.
Yes.
All right? Some of them are captured and they are not well articulated. All right? So these are things that why individuals, okay, so we encourage, even if you don't know the vision of a nation, but you as a person, and that's why we say personalize it.
Yeah.
Now, every year, a company will come out with budget, we come out with a plan, 2022 plan, so many people have discussed it. But as an individual, what are your personal plans? Okay, so as to your business, as to your career, as to what you want to achieve as to your family. So
now you
that's
just got me shifting in my seat, doctor. Because you see, quite frankly, you see, we've heard about many models. You know, some of us we've read books, all kinds of things.
Literatures.
You know, and we've heard about so many models that may help us in our goal setting. You know, one of them is SWOT, SWOT.
Yeah.
Now, I want to pretend that, you know, I've never heard of it. What is SWOT?
Okay, so like you said, you have so many models, and the truth is, it's one of those, models, or perhaps we call it a yardstick used to, determine or set certain either goals or plan, especially for organization when you want to do your strategy planning. Okay, so you use that. And SWOT actually mean your strength, your weakness, opportunity, and threat. So it's just one of those, I could even refer to it as one of those matrix, that we use in business, and which also can be used for personal lives. We spoke earlier about personal goals.
Yeah.
Now, before you've set goals, SWOT will be very handy as an instrument or a matrix you use, and because it talks about strength. Okay, so what are those things that are area of your strength that you think you probably are good at, naturally, you don't have to struggle, or you have achieved based on your past experience, past exposure, past training. Okay, so they have become part of things that make you thick and strong.
Yeah.
All right, so then when you move forward from your strength, you talk about your weaknesses. So what are those things that I see a lot of shortfall for you? Okay, especially based on what you have gone through in life and what you intend to achieve, or as regards to your environment. And let me say this, because also for those that are disabled, we call them disability, is not a weakness. Okay, so sometimes you feel some things are your weakness, they are really not your weakness. They may be what we even call a challenge. All right, but it's not absolutely a weakness. So your weakness are some of those things that you think you want to achieve, but you think you have a shortfall. All right. So, and again, your weaknesses are not condemnations. They are not things that you think that, okay, this now bring me to an end, or make me incapacitated, or make it that I can't then get to achieve. Right? Because sometimes the things you even call weakness, ultimately, the ultimate goal is to turn them to strength. Okay, that's the ultimate goal. But when you are able to identify those things, especially when you have set your personal goals, and then you look at, okay, these are my weaknesses. All right. For instance, if you say you want to accomplish certain degree, and one of your weaknesses is that you can't stay long at reading because of a lot of distractions. Okay, so you know that. All right, so there are things you then need to work on. Okay, then we have opportunities. Okay, so the economy is bad, there are insecurity, there are this challenge and that, but there are still opportunities.
Yes.
Now,
even within the insecurity.
Within that, and that's why you will be surprised that many people come to this country, Nigeria, that are from other nations. Okay, some of us want to jet out, like the word japa. All right, but the truth is that why then people are still coming? All right, wherever you are in your field, you feel frustrated, but there are still a lot of opportunities. People are still getting jobs. When you say you not get a job, I mean, people are scared. They've scared you too many things in the public domain. All right, then you have threat. Okay, those are also there. What are those things that also pose as difficulty that you feel they pose as even in the family, okay, because of what has happened around the nation, you know, all of those act of youthful act and also, so you're afraid of your children being exposed to those things. They are threats, but of course there are things you can still do to mitigate those threats.
All right. So for John, who's never heard of SWOT, SWOT, it's its strength, it is weaknesses, its opportunities, and the threats to our success.
Thank you, Helen.
To achieving our desired goal in life.
Yeah.
All right. So strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, SWOT. And yes, it's important for goal setting.
Yeah.
So what if I think, for example, I do not have weaknesses? Is there anything like that?
Yeah. You see, of course, you know, you mentioned something part of my profile, I say motivational speaker. So a lot of motivational speakers have done a lot of damages. Okay, so they make us listen to things and feel like, oh wow, you know, you can fly from here and appear in London and all that. So people feel that there's nothing like limitation or challenges. Now, so sometimes, you know, for you to, if you set personal goal, and one of the things we say about smart goals is the fact that you need to be real with yourself. Okay, so when you say you don't have weaknesses, what are the things that justify you don't have them? Everybody has got a shortfall. Okay, your weaknesses, again, like I said, is not a damaging situation for you, but just one of those things you are weak at. So if you claim you don't have a weakness, then you have not come to terms and reality with yourself.
You're not telling yourself the truth.
So, and once you say that, it does mean you are not ready to move forward. Everybody, everyone has got one. But the truth is that the degree, for each person, depending on different areas, also matters. So sometimes some people might just be lack of discipline, and some people might just be procrastination. Okay, and some people might just be excuses, and some people are, this is not possible. So, few things like that could be those weaknesses, but you don't want to pay attention.
Everybody's got weaknesses.
So, doctor,
Yeah.
what this sounds like is that, okay, this is like self-evaluation.
Exactly.
You know, and one would need a mirror to see oneself.
Exactly, and tell yourself the truth.
What are the key things to look for when I'm swatting myself? What do I look for in the mirror?
Okay, again, now, if you must be real with yourself,
Yes.
like I always say to people, I said, you must get to a point in your life that you call hi, me, and myself.
I, me, and myself.
Into a meeting and say, look, this is our objective.
Okay.
So if we must achieve the objective, then we have to be real with ourselves now. You know, there's a way they say that when two friends go into the room and they come
smile
out.
out.
So that means you've not telling us the truth. So as I'm seated here, I know those things that I know could be one of the things that will not allow me to achieve certain things. Now, there are internal and external factors or forces. So if you then must achieve your goals, then be real with yourself. What are those challenges? What are those difficulties that you must then begin to work towards to accomplish what you want to achieve?
Yeah.
So you need to help yourself to achieve your ultimate desire or goal or you know, vision, as it were.
Absolutely.
So then that will get you, you know, to accomplish what you intend to do ultimately. I hope that answers your question.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
All right. Okay. So SWOT for implementation. Implementation. That's what we are about.
Yeah.
You know how to put all the knowledge, all the information you get from books, from listening to motivational speakers, and all of that. How do you put SWOT to action? Yeah.
In putting SWOT to action, again, if you take it from angle of individuals, okay, so then you need to, like as we said earlier, define the goals. 2, be ready to be open to learn new things. Okay, because ultimately everything is about goal achievement. Okay, so you have the goal in front of you. You look at your standing point, where are you right now, and what is the difference or gap from where you are to achieve it. So when you put your SWOT in the process, your strength will not be a challenge. Your weakness is one of the things you need to convert to your strength. And where are the opportunities? Now, when you want to achieve the opportunities, do you need to go for more learning? Do you need to visit some location? Do you need to, your strength, your health may be very important to achievement of your goals. So
change your circle of networking.
In fact, sometimes maybe what you eat.
Okay.
All right, because it's also from part of the thing. Because like we said to some people, sometimes ultimately you want to achieve, you want to get wealthy, you want to get riches, but you might get rich and you've lost your health in the process. So what is the essence of achieving something? So everything works together, and you're swatting yourself to your destination is more about you. And 3 things I would say. Number 1 is about discipline.
Okay.
Number 2 is about opening yourself up to more information, because it's about information really. So when you have information, right information anyway, then number 3 is about getting yourself prepared, because opportunity will appear. And when it appears, if you're not prepared for it, then you miss out.
And that really will seal up nicely our understanding of SWOT.
Yes, sure, of course.
And Dr. Adeyemi, I must say that honestly, I feel so really fulfilled, having you on this program today.
Thank you.
And I want to be the first to jump in and say thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being with us.
Thank you.
We never have a lot of time on this show, but we'll bring you on again at some other time to give us
That'll be okay.
more information on how we can be better people in 2022 and beyond. Thank you so much, Doctor.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right, so Dr. Ayo Adeyemi has definitely helped with the intricacies of SWOT, knowing our strengths and weaknesses and how to maximize them for positive results, John.
Well, to help us with execution, that's working with smart objectives, will be our second guest. That's Juliet Okene. Yeah?
She's in the house.
She's in the house, and that'll be after our tech break. Today, with John and Helen is a program on Plus TV Africa. Stay with us.